Okay, last video on this section, it'll only be about 2 minutes long, but we were talking about average rate of change. And all average rate of change is the slope of the, if you've got a generic curve. So here we have some sort of generic curve f of x. So there's the graph of f of x. It's some sort of generic curve. It's not a straight line. But if I want to know the average rate of change between two particular points, there and there, it's just the slope of that line. This is the slope of what's called the secant line. So doing this last problem here, find the average rate of change of f of x equal negative x squared plus 4x from x1 equal 2, x2 equal 4. Okay, the only thing we have to do besides just find the slope is we do need to find the specific points. If we got x1 equals 2, that means y1 is going to be f of x1, which is going to be f of 2, which will be negative 2 squared plus 4. And then we're going to do this right. For those of you that are thinking ahead and maybe working these problems out as you watch this video, you're going to tell me that answer is 8. And it is not. Recall an exponent. Let's put it this way. When there are no parentheses, when there are not parentheses, an exponent applies to the one symbol to which it is adjacent. Meaning, when I square that up there, I'm squaring only the 2. I am not squaring the negative sign. If I wanted to square the number negative 2, it would be in parentheses. And so the same thing up here, this x squared, only the x is being squared, not the negative. If you don't have parentheses, the exponent applies to the one symbol to which it's adjacent. So this is negative 4 plus 4, 0, and so my point is 2, 0. So there's x1, y1. x2 equal to 4 is going to give me y2 equal to f of 4. It will be f of 4, but I want to put in one more step. y2 will be f of x2, which will be f of 4, which is negative 4 squared plus 4. And then again, the same deal. That exponent applies to the one symbol to which it's adjacent. So that's going to be negative 16 plus 4 for negative 12, or I have the point for negative 12. And so there's my x2, y2. And so then the average rate of change is just my slope, which is just y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. We don't need to memorize a funky formula with f's in it. And so negative 12 minus 0 over 4 minus 2, just using my points over here. So negative 12 over 2 for, can she do it? Negative 6. And there's my average rate of change. And then if I knew what this was measuring, if this was measuring raindrops per hour, well, that wouldn't make sense, the negative number. Say this was the price of something. The price would have been decreasing because it's negative. The price would be decreasing over this time span. But they didn't tell us what this actually meant, what this function actually represented, so we just have to go with negative 6. And that is the end of sections 2, 3, 2, 4.